I'm about to start. I'm about to take the engine out from here, and then I'll start working inside in the shed. I chose to do this outside because you can get better lighting. I can see inside, but you wouldn't be able to see from the GoPro perspective on the inside. So I'm about to get to working, and I'll find out what's wrong. Alright, y'all probably can't tell just by looking at the video. It probably don't look that cold, but it's freezing out this bitch. My hands are actually getting kind of numb and stuck. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take the motor out. And when I take the motor out, I'm gonna finish for the day. I live in Mississippi, so it won't be too long before it gets a little warmer. But I'll probably do the rest of this in a few more days. But first I'm going to take a look at the top end before I do quit today, because I do want to see at least the top end. And I can't take off the bottom end anyway because I don't have a flywheel puller. But yeah. Alright, y'all, I had to sit in the car for a few minutes to let my hands warm up, but I'm about to finish taking this motor out, and I'll find out what's going on with the engine and why it did whatever it did. I don't even know if it's the crank or the cylinders. I think I said that already. Pulled the motor out. Actually, this motor mount right here, the guy didn't have any bolts in it. Like, there was a bolt from the motor to the motor mount, but there was no bolt from the motor mount to the frame. These bolts right here were missing, and I actually missed that. And I'm not sure, but I think they're supposed to have like some bottom motor mounts for the Banshee. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to my friend's bike, but I think there's supposed to be 2 mounts from the bottom to help with vibration or some shit like that. I don't know, but I'll figure that out. Yeah, here's the motor. I have to clean it up, and I think I have to get another table. The table I had, somebody needed to use it, so I let them use it. But I'm gonna go ahead and crack this open. Okay, we got our first idea of what's going on. Damn it, you can't really. But somebody who's better with this type of stuff, can you chime in and tell me what you think? But just from looking at it, first off, they're different, so there's probably some cylinder damage in there somewhere, especially on this left side. But yeah, we'll see in a second. All right, let's go ahead and get this cylinder head taken off. Look at this bullshit right here. Look at this, look at this. This sucks. I don't think there's any way that this... I think he just threw on a bad head just to get it running. Because I don't think all this happened at once. What you think? Anybody that ride Banshee, do you think all this damage can happen from one motor build, like, or do you think this happened from like reusing this head after it was already damaged? either way, it doesn't matter. I'm not really too worried about it because I'm gonna have to rebuild this whole thing anyway, and I would rather rebuild it and know what I'm working with than to, you know, keep riding on somebody else's work anyway. But look at this head. I wonder if the crank is totally fucked. They probably got metal all in the bottom cases. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take these cylinders off. Take off this cylinder. And don't say anything about me dropping anything into the engine because I'm gonna rebuild the whole thing anyway, from top to bottom. Just oh shit, look at this. Oh man. So it was the piston skirt. That's what all that metal is. Piston skirt. I can't. I'm trying to find out what kind of pistons these are, but they look like some cheap shit. And that's probably why. And what's this? The piston skirt broke off on that one. And that piston is okay. I can't tell what kind of piston this is. It looked cheap though. That's pretty damn cold. Whew. Goodness. But here we are. I just hope the cases are usable. Let me see. What's that right there? Oh, what's that? I hope you can see that on camera. But that looks like a pin. Or maybe that's for the needle bearing. I can't tell. But there's, yep, needle bearing. Those are needle bearings. So one of these, or maybe even both of these. Yep. So the needle bearings went out. I'm thinking the needle bearing probably is what gave first and probably got wedged in between the cylinder and the piston and the cylinder wall, and maybe that broke the piston skirt, or maybe the piston skirt broke first and created heat. I don't know. But I think it's fair to say that this is a top end failure. And yep, the crank is fucked too. But I'm gonna stop here. I'm not really too mad about it because I wanted to rebuild it anyway. I just kind of wish that it would have been on my terms. Whoa. I just kind of wish it would have been on my terms. But fuck it. Can't get lucky every time. I'll probably have to have that cylinder slaved. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it ported for like a trail port maybe. I think I'm gonna go with the stock stroke. I may go with a 4mm. I don't know yet, but I know for sure I'm gonna get a cool head because I was planning on doing that either way. Oh man, this sucks. But anyways, I'm gonna put this shit up and I'll see